Now we are moving towards next poem, and the name of the poem is The Ball Poem. This poem really has a deep meaning, but at the same time, from the board point of view, you all need to be extra cautious, since the poem is not like a simple poem जिसका हमने question लिया और answers दे दिए. The poem has an in-depth meaning. The poem written by John Berryman. John Berryman. It deals with the losses of our lives. हमारी जो जिंदगी है, ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लाइफ में रहेंगे तो हमसे सामान भी खोएगा, हमसे हमारी उम्मीदें, डिजायर्स भी खोएंगे, एंड ऑल्सो पीपल. मीन्स द लॉस विल बी देयर लाइक अ टॉय. हमारा एक खिलौना हमसे गुम गया. इट माइट बी अ रिलेशन. इट माइट बी समथिंग वेरी वेरी प्रीशियस टू अस. हमारे लिए बहुत ज़रूरी कोई चीज़ हो सकती है, हमारे लिए बहुत प्यारी कोई चीज़ हो सकती है जिसको हम खो देते. And now what happens is, when we lose something, LOSE, the loss cannot be measured in money. हम उस लॉस को पैसे में, हम ये नहीं बोल सकते ओके बेटा आपका ये रिश्ता खोया, ये 10 रुपए का, चलो. We cannot compensate it with the money, because money can buy the things, not the feelings. पैसा सामान ला सकता है, लेकिन उससे जो रिलेटेड आपके जो अटैचमेंट है, उससे रिलेटेड जो हमारे फीलिंग्स हैं, that we cannot buy with money. उन चीज़ों को हम पैसों से नहीं खो सकते हैं. There are so many things जिनके साथ हमारे अटैचमेंट होती है. कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होती हैं जिनको हम अपने मजाक में एंटिक पीस बोलते हैं, but that is because we have some memories attached to them. During the course of our life, many things are lost, many relations are lost, but we need to overcome those loss. हमें उन लॉस को ओवरकम करना आना चाहिए. The loss can be in any manner. The poet John Berryman has used the ball as a symbol of things we cherish. मतलब बच्चों के लिए क्या होता है, आप लोगों के लिए, बच्चों के लिए इट इज देयर टॉयज, जिनके साथ उनकी मेमोरीज होती हैं. ये मैं अपने दोस्त के साथ खेला था, ये मेरे पास बचपन से था, दिस वॉज गिवन एज अ गिफ्ट बाय माई मदर, दिस वॉज अ लास्ट गिफ्ट गिवन बाय माई ब्रदर. तो ये जो सामान होता है, दीज आर ऑल द मेमोरीज. ये जो बच्चा है, वी डोंट नो हु इज दैट चाइल्ड. द चाइल्ड इज प्लेइंग विद द बॉल, and suddenly the ball goes and falls into a ditch. वो जाकर पानी में गिर जाता है, और एक ऐसी जगह पे, मे बी दैट इज अ वाटर बॉडी, क्योंकि वो निकाल नहीं सकता. अब बच्चा बहुत देर तक अपने उस बॉल को पानी में जाते हुए देख रहा है. He is looking at the ball, he is watching at the ball going into the ditch, into the water body. He is shaking, he is quaking. वो डरा हुआ है, वो सहमा हुआ है. But ultimately जो पोएट है, शायद वो वहां पर बैठा हुआ है या खड़ा हुआ था, he was a passerby. तो he looks and he watches the boy, लेकिन वो उसे कुछ कहता नहीं है. He doesn't say anything. He just leaves the boy alone. The reason is, the poet says, मैं अगर उस बच्चे को बोलता, okay बेटा, मैं console करता, I would have consoled. Okay, that's only one dime. कोई बात नहीं बेटा, 1 रुपए का है, दोबारा आ जाएगा. But here, the money is not the matter. Here, what he wants to say is, money is an external factor. ये पेपर का बहुत बहुत very important line. This is one of the most important line. Money is an external factor, and even this particular question has come in elaboration, and that's कि पैसों से आप सामान खरीदते हो. You can buy the money, you can buy the ball, but can you buy those memories? वो जो बच्चा इतने दिनों से उसके साथ खेल रहा था, वो जो बच्चा इतने दिनों से उसके साथ में, उसे बहुत सारी मेमोरीज रखी होंगी. He was holding this ball since he was a child. शायद वो जब से बच्चा था तब से उसने ये बॉल रखा हुआ था. And what will happen is, the poet says, that boy will learn to cope up with his loss. बच्चा जो है अपने इस लॉस को, अपने इस नुकसान को सीख जाएगा how to overcome. And the crux of the poem is, the message of the poem is, humans have the tendency to lose things. हम लोग चीज़ों को खो देते हैं. और चीज़ों को, as I said, what are those things? The materialistic things, यानी कि हमारा सामान, the toys, the jewels, whatever we possess. It might be our relations. It might be some हमारी कुछ moments. And they are tend to loss. ये खो सकते हैं. And we must learn to overcome these losses. हमें जो है इन losses को ओवरकम करना सीखना चाहिए. हम ये तो नहीं बोल सकते कि लॉस तो होगा नहीं भाई, ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता. every person loses something. बच्चों के लिए that is toys. So the ball in the poem is a symbol of the things that we have. And it also tells us the responsibility कि अगर हम चाहते हैं कि ये सामान हमसे ना खोए, if we want that these things should not be lost, then we must hold the responsibility. हमें जो है responsibility होनी चाहिए कि उन चीज़ों को हम कैसे रखें. That's a poem, the ball poem. In another words, the ball poem, written by John Berryman, is about a boy जो कि अपने बॉल के साथ ड्रिबल करते हुए खेल रहा है. Suddenly the ball goes and he loses the ball into the water body, जहां से वो वापस ला नहीं सकता है. The author is perhaps standing there, the writer, the poet is standing there. वो कहता है मैं उसको कंसोल करता कि कोई बात नहीं, दूसरी बॉल आ जाएगी, लेकिन वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कभी नहीं लर्न करता. The loss of ball is also the learning of responsibility. Money is an external factor. You can buy the things, we cannot buy the memories. हिंदी में कहते हैं कि आप गद्दा खरीद सकते हो, नींद नहीं. You can buy the mattress but not the sleep. That's an external. Money is only external. Now let us come with the NCRT. First of all, we will learn it. Sorry, we would understand the poem, and then we would also discuss the poetic skills. And very beautiful. मुझे ये poem इसलिए बहुत अच्छी लगती है. एक तो it is a type, मेरे type की poem है. And second thing is that because it's philosophy. And the second thing is the poem has lots of literary devices, poetic devices. मतलब अगर हम एक बच्चे को poetic devices learn करवाना सिखाना चाहते हैं तो ऐसे poems जो है ना that makes a child understand easily. We had one more poem in our दूसरी book होती थी पहले. So we used to have book. I think it was कुछ sailor था. And वो इतनी लंबी थी poem. It had actually 7 parts. तो उसके 3 parts हमारे 10th में था. And that was a poem which I loved because I could teach each and every whatever जितने भी हमारे पास में main वाले poetic devices होते हैं वो एक poem में आ जाता. As we could see, a boy loses a ball. He is very upset. A ball doesn't cost much nor is difficult to buy another ball. Why then is the boy so upset? Read the poem to see what the poet thinks has been lost and what the boy has to learn from the experience of losing something. So, this is the crux, what we say. What is a boy now who has lost his ball? यहाँ पर जो लिखा ना बच्चा, what is a boy now? What is a boy now is actually you will not find. But मतलब कैसा लग रहा उस बच्चे को? What he will do means the boy has lost his ball. What? What is he to do? क्या करने वाला वो? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street. I saw it go merrily bouncing मतलब I saw the ball merrily. Merrily मतलब अब ball जो है वो खुश नहीं होता है. Ball is not merrily. मतलब उसका कहने का मतलब है while he was dribbling, while he was playing with that ball, it had gone down the street and then merrily over there it is in the water. And where did it reach? In some water body. शायद वो किसी water body में जाकर गिर गया. The boy was playing with that ball. Suddenly the ball, the boy could not control and it went or stroll करते हुए it went into the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. कहने के लिए हम कह सकते हैं it is not the right way to console. मतलब समझाना, कोई बात नहीं बच्चा, कोई बात नहीं, दूसरी बॉल आ जाएगी. बच्चे को तो यही समझाते हैं ना, इट्स ओके, डोंट वीप, डोंट क्राई, मत रो बच्चा. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. वो जो बच्चा था, वो जो लड़का था, he was standing still, rigid मतलब still एकदम, trembling, ट्रेम्बल कर रहा था, शेक कर रहा था, स्टेयरिंग, और उस बॉल को घूर रहा था. मतलब वो बहुत लॉन्गिंग से, कह सकते हो कि वो रोया नहीं, लेकिन ही वॉज स्टार्टल्ड, ही वॉज अपसेट. एन अल्टीमेट शेकिंग ग्रीफ फिक्सेस अ बॉय. मतलब शेकिंग ग्रीफ मतलब इट इज अ ट्रांसफर्ड एपिथेट, मीन्स वो दुखी था. I would not intrude on him. Intrude का मतलब होता है बेटा interference. Intrude का मतलब होता है interference. मतलब मैं जाकर उसे परेशान नहीं करूंगा. The poet says, I would not console that boy. A a dime. Another ball is worthless. मतलब ये कहना, डाइम इज 1 पैसा, आप कह सकते हो 1 रुपया. 1 रुपया बेटा कोई बात नहीं, दूसरी बॉल आ जाएगी. ये कहना जो है, दैट इज वर्थलेस. इट डजंट मीन. व्हाई? बिकॉज द बॉय विल लर्न समथिंग. अगर खोएगा नहीं, अगर उसको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, अगर वो उसे ढंग से नहीं रखेगा तो वो खोएगा. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. In a world of possessions मतलब दुनिया में we are having only the materialistic things. What are you having? A car, 10 cars, Audi. We live in a world where people only talk about the material thing. कोई आपसे ये नहीं पूछेगा, do you have sincerity? Do you have discipline? Do you have morality? We are living in a world where people judge us on the basis of the things we possess. हमारे पास सामान कितना है, और अगर हमें उस दुनिया में रहना है तो we need to be responsible also. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls will be lost ever, always. मतलब लोग आपसे आपकी चीजें छीनेंगे. Now यहाँ पर ball, as I said, is not a ball, it is a symbol of things that we have. If you are not responsible, you cannot blame others. लोग आपकी चीजें लेकर जाएंगे, हमेशा आपसे कुछ ना कुछ खो जाएगा. Balls will be lost always. Little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. ये मैंने आपको स्टार्टिंग में बताया था. This particular phrase comes to explain. Money is external. पैसों से आप सामान खरीद सकते हो. You can buy one. अगर आपकी एक सामान खराब हुआ तो आप दूसरा सामान खरीद सकते हो. But you can never buy the memories attached to that one. एक अंगूठी कोई, you can buy another ring. But can you buy those memories which are attached to them? No, never. Never. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes. मतलब desperate eyes यहाँ पर जो है, this is showing, ये जो है you can say this is a cynic talk. Desperate eyes का मतलब है he is, मतलब though he is grieved, दुखी है, but he is trying to learn. What he is trying to learn? The epistemology of laws. Epistemology का मतलब होता है knowledge. Epistemology का मतलब होता है knowledge of laws. How to stand up, knowing that every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Knowing what every man must one day know, मतलब हर एक इंसान को सीखना पड़ता है. When you lose the things, you need to understand how to overcome those things. आपको उन चीजों को ओवरकम करना सीखना पड़ेगा. And most know many days how to stand up. और लोग सीख जाते हैं. When we learn, when we lose something, हम कब सीखते हैं? वो जब चीजें हमसे गुम जाती हैं. एक बहुत ही मतलब there is one very beautiful phrase that absence is the best presence. Means when things are not there with you, when people are not with you, then you understand its value. It's a very beautiful phrase which really explains us. आप कभी देखना, बहुत बार होता है हमारे साथ, हम सामान को इधर उधर रख देते हैं. We are not bothered whether parents are there or not, हम अपना मस्त में रह रहे हैं. But when that thing is not there, when that person is not there, तब हमें उस चीज की जो है वैल्यू पता लगती है. जैसे हम लोगों ने 9th स्टैंडर्ड में पढ़ा था the chapter The Lost Child. Similarly, when things are not there, then we understand its significance. We become responsible. We know our responsibility कि अगर चीज़ों को, रिश्तों को, अगर हमें सब चीज़ों को संभालना है, तो we should never allow them to be lost. We should be more responsible. That is the poem, the ball poem. Now we will be quickly doing all the poetic devices. As I said, this particular poem has many poetic devices. Yeah, I'm explaining one by one everything, बच्चा. Okay, now look at the screen. Here, very fast, the ball poem. As I have told you, the ball here is a symbol of the things that we possess. Symbolism का मतलब हो जाता बच्चा वो चीज symbol, यानी कि which is, इससे ये पता लगता है. Like हम लोग कहते हैं green color is the symbol of prosperity. Red color is for love or anger. तो जो ball है, this is a symbol for the things that we possess. So very first is the ball is a symbol. Second, what is the boy now who has lost his ball? अब अगर यहाँ पर देखा जाए in the single sentence, we have three poetic devices. The very first is what. अगले अगले line में they are being repeated. They are being repeated. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? So there it is repeated, तो वो बन जाता आपका assonance. Then if we look into the who has lost his ball, has और his में आपका same consonant sound repeat हो रहा है in the beginning, so it becomes electrician. It becomes electrician. यहाँ पर आपका alliteration है. Because who has lost his ball. अगर आपके पेपर में सिर्फ इतना आया, who has lost his ball, तो has and his जो है उसमें h जो है that is being repeated, the sound. Then if we look, the boy now who has lost, इसमें आपका o जो है it is being repeated. अगर पेपर में है what is the boy now who has lost, सिर्फ यहां तक है तो आपका o vowel is repeated. अगर पेपर में ये आ रहा है what is the boy now who has lost आया तो o vowel आपका repeat हो रहा है. So there is assonance also. Then what सिर्फ पेपर में आ रहा what is it to do, तो what यानी कि what जो word है that has been repeated, so that's repetition. I saw it go merrily bouncing, पेपर में बहुत बार आया है, many times this word has come. I saw it merrily bouncing. अब बॉल आपका जो है वो नाचता हुआ तो जाएगा नहीं, तो दिस इज personification. Then merrily over there it is in the water. It is personification because the ball has been personified like a human. वो नाचते गाते चला गया. So here it is personification. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief. Now shaking grief is sadness. उसे जो अंदर से इफेक्ट कर गया, metaphor. It's metaphor. And he stands rigid, trembling, staring down. All his young days. Now यहाँ पर जो young days है, it is referred to his childhood. And it is again metaphor. Where his ball went. I would not intrude on him a dime, another ball is worthless. नाउ ही सेंसेस, अगर आप ये वाला देखो तो यू विल सी दैट विदाउट एनी, इनमें और इनमें जो है देयर इज नो कॉमा, देयर इज नो फुल स्टॉप, देयर इज नो, कोई भी आपका जो है ना कॉमा है ना फुल स्टॉप है ना कॉलन है, जैसे यहाँ पर देखिए कॉलन है, यहाँ पर आपका एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क है, सो देयर इज नो एक्सप्रेशन, तो इसको हम बोलते हैं एनजैम्पमेंट. Now he senses his first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls, balls will be always lost, little boy. This entire sentence is written continuously. So that's enjambment. Balls will be always lost. यहाँ पर balls आपका repeat हुआ है. So it is repetition. He is learning well behind. आपका यहाँ पर जो है E जो है, this has been repeated. The vowel E has been repeated. So it is again assonance. How to stand up, even though it is written in two different lines, लेकिन वो repeat हुआ है इसीलिए वो भी repetition. और दूसरा आपके पेपर में सबसे ज्यादा जो आता है वो है his desperate eyes. His desperate eyes. यहाँ पर his desperate eyes, some people say it is metaphor, but it is also transferred epithet. Transferred epithet का मतलब क्या होता है बच्चा? Means उस लाइन के थ्रू, अब desperate is an adjective and eyes आपका noun है, तो through this phrase the poet wants to give that कि the boy was very sad. वो ये बताना चाहता है his desperate eyes, मतलब he was very sad. That is why we call it as transferred epithet. Transferred means the meaning has been transferred. Now, if you see in the entire poem, there is no rhyming scheme. What is a boy now who has lost his ball? What his, मतलब कहीं पर भी आप देखोगे तो जैसे हम बाकी पोएम्स में ए बी बी करते हैं, बिकॉज आपका जो लास्ट वाला वर्ड होता है उससे राइम करता है, लेकिन द एंटायर पोएम में कहीं पर भी you will see that there is no rhyming scheme, and that is why we call this as a free verse. फ्री वर्स का मतलब है विदाउट एनी राइमिंग स्कीम. So this is what we call as the poem, the ball poem. The ball poem is dealing with the loss of things that people often have. We are living in a world of what we call as possessions. हम लोग रहते हैं ऐसी दुनिया में जहां पर your worth is not what you are. The worth is what you are having. जहां आपकी जो कीमत है, that is not how much sincere, honest or integral you are. It depends on how much materialistic things you have. And it is your responsibility that you don't lose them. ये आपकी responsibility है कि आप इन चीजों को मत खो. And this particular message has been conveyed by John Berryman using this poem, the ball poem. उन्होंने कहा है कि एक बच्चा जो है वो एक बॉल के साथ खेल रहा था, and while playing the ball went into the water. Means he lost the ball to the water. He could not control it. The boy was very much annoyed. The boy was very much upset. The boy was shaking. He could not control. रोया नहीं बहुत जोर से, लेकिन उसके चेहरे पर, उसकी आंखों में उसका जो दर्द था वो दिख रहा था. The poet wanted to console that boy. उस लड़के को समझाना चाहते थे, लेकिन उनको लगा कि नहीं, अगर मैं आज उसे कहूंगा चलो मैं तुम्हें दूसरा बॉल लाके देता हूं, तो दो चीजें हैं. बॉल से हम सिर्फ बॉल ला सकते हैं. वी कैन नेवर बाय द मेमोरीज. एंड सेकेंडली, द बॉय वुड नेवर अंडरस्टैंड. अगर उसे ऐसे ही एक चीज कोई दूसरा आ गया तो उसे कैसे पता लगेगा चीजों की कीमत क्या है. सो ही शुड नो हिज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. उसे अपनी इस रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को आना चाहिए उसे. एंड दैट इज वाई द पोएट डिड नॉट इंट्रूड ऑन हिम. इंट्रूड मतलब उसको डिस्टर्ब नहीं किया, उसको कंसोल नहीं किया. दिस कम्स की why did not the poet intrude on him. Now the boy is standing there. He is trembling. He is standing still. He is looking at the ball. He is helpless. He is feeling कि उसने जितने उसके बचपन के दिन थे, all those days which he had with that ball had now gone into the water. But at the same time, a dime means एक रुपए. दूसरी बॉल आएगी, but that will not be that would have no meaning. He would understand that in this world where you are full of material, वहां अगर आपको सामान को बचाना है तो you have to be responsible. He is learning the knowledge. Epistemology का मतलब है knowledge. He is understanding the meaning of laws. And जैसे हर एक इंसान अंडरस्टैंड करता है, करना भी चाहिए, he is also understanding. He is how to stand up, यानी कि how to overcome that situation, जो हर एक इंसान सीखता है. And slowly he will learn to be responsible. The poem is giving the message that if you don't want to lose the things, if you don't want to lose your relations, you don't want to lose your possessions, be responsible. But on the other hand, these are materialistic things. People will snatch, and things will be lost also. We should not lament over that. Lament मतलब regret. आप किसी चीज को लेकर बैठे रहोगे कि यार वो चीज मेरी खो गई, तो that is not going to come back. You need to overcome that grief. आपको उस दुख से बाहर आना है. और बच्चा कोई भी हमें हमारे दुखों से बाहर नहीं निकाल सकता है unless and until we ourselves don't come out. So we need to learn. That's the message of the poem. A very beautiful poem, the Ball poem, written by John Berryman.